Right, in this video we're going to have a bit of a look around what's been going on and a bit of a recap. See you in a bit. Okay, let's start this video with a postcard. This has come from Scott in San Bruno, California, and it's of San Francisco. I was there many years ago. I spent a couple of weeks there, I think. Yeah, looks like red card, doesn't it? Thanks for that, Scott. Not many people send postcards now because we've I changed my description, but you can still find me. You know where I am. Update on this. It's running great, no problems. Changed the spark plug again for an original type of champion plug that I threw out because I just put a dodgy one in, an NGK one I found on the floor. Put that in, it seemed to work. So now it's got a full matching set of 8 dodgy plugs, not just one. That's good news. Next thing. I'm still driving that one around, by the way. This thing, injector pump. How does it start? Well, we've never started it this morning. Not too bad. As good as it's going to get. Yeah, it was a bit of a sort of a daunting job doing that thing because it needs an awful lot of work. It really does. And you can see why I don't want to do it. Oh, going back to this one here, why I got sort of fed up with this one is that you don't realise how many hours I've spent doing this intake manifold, replacing all the parts, the injectors and the coil pack, which are extremely difficult to access. And I was just faced with that fact of, God help us, I'm going to have to change the plug leads or coil pack, which is buried right at the back of the engine. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that at all. So the customer is probably going to sell that car now it's fixed, but I don't want anything to do with it. They're sort of like cursed, aren't they? Anyway, let's go across here and have a look at this military 110 because it is rather special. And wait a minute, before we do that, when I panned round here, there's something missing. What could it be? Yes, it's the Range Rovers back in the shop, sporting a new set of boots. And these old rims were off my Defender, so they're sandblasted and painted up really nice. So I'm just looking underneath it. I'll do a video on this from underneath very soon because I've just run out of spray paint. I'm just spraying a few little bits of rust underneath. Then I sort of got carried away and ended up spraying it all. Then, let me just cut in here and I'll tell you what we'll do, just to save a little bit of time in another video. I'll show you what it looks like underneath after it was painted. So let's have a look underneath it. What did I do? Well, I painted it black, all of it, because we'd power washed it off and it was a sort of looking a bit patchy, and this has got to go into inspection, so I want it to look its best. So I've got a load of this stuff here. This is just an enamel paint which I use, a semi-gloss, but it looks kind of nice. So we've coated it, well me, I've coated it all underneath. I'll grab a light and we'll show you. So it looks kind of presentable when it goes for inspection. The next thing we're going to, it is dry, but the next thing we're going to do is give it a little bit of crown rust proofing. Not too much at the moment, because like I say, it hasn't gone for inspection, so we're not really sure if they're going to find anything wrong with it. They usually do. But it needs inspection. So moral of the story is, when you take your car for inspection, make it look as nice as possible, not a bloody rust bucket, and you know, no oil.